Okay, so today something completely different. I've started a different video along this. This is something I never do. It's completely outside the 3D printing, painting, minis, all that stuff. This is completely outside that. This just literally showed up. So bear with me for a second while I open this up. This is what I thought it was. Cool. All right, so I ordered this off of Temu, and granted, it's not Lego. I get it. Yes, nobody likes the knockoff, whatever. But this is the Serenity, and it's a Lego-ish kind of stuff. The other thing I got in here, which I thought this was kind of cool, this has nothing to do with the point of this video, but this is kind of, got two things. I thought this was pretty neat. It's a, I think I got this one for free for ordering something. It's a Slave One, and it's a keychain type thing with Slave One. That's pretty wicked. No, it's not Boba Fett's spaceship. It's Slave One. Anybody who argues that, you're an idiot. Just shut up. Don't, just go away. This is the Slave One. And it's pretty hefty. It's got some pretty good details on it. Looks kind of cool. But it's got some weight behind it. So this one I got from my my brother-in-law, so I'm not keeping this. That's a Christmas present for my brother-in-law, which he should be here, I think, in a week or two. He's coming up to visit. He comes up around his birthday every year. This doesn't have a blade in it. It doesn't help. I think I'm out of blades for that one. But anyway, so today I'm going to show you, this looks like that's already been cut and opened. So, now, granted, I have, if you've ever watched some of the stuff in or around my space that I have here, I have a bunch of legitimate Lego. I've got the Razor Crest, the Slave One, an ATST, a bunch of the helmets, some of the actual figures. What else do I have? I got a bunch of stuff. I actually, the Star Wars Lego stuff, I actually enjoy it. I like a lot of it. Now this is the Serenity from the movie and the TV series Firefly. This is the actual ship, which I wish that would come back. I love it. It's phenomenal. So anyway, I'm going to be building this today, and we'll see what this ends up looking like as far as all of it. So stand by. There's a bunch of bags. A whole bunch of bags. So this is what our project is. We're gonna build this real quick. Well, not real quick, but for you it'll be real quick, hopefully, because I'm gonna speed the whole thing up. I kind of want to do a time lapse, or not a time lapse, but a stop motion, because the Lego Bin, if you don't know who the Lego Bin, look up Lego Bin on YouTube. That's my chiropractor who actually does that. And he does stop motion, the way he builds all of his stuff. It's pretty cool. And I want to do a stop motion type video, but I'm not ready for that yet. I've got the clone dropship, the red looking one. I've got that. I've also got the Endor speeder bike scene. Those two are legitimate Lego stuff. And the dropship, I'm probably going to do a stop motion video on the build of that one. Not sure yet. I may get into it and lose interest. I don't know. So we'll see, but this one I'm not doing that. So, all right, I'm done talking. Here we go. Okay, I know I just said I was done talking, but I've already pulled everything out of the box. First impressions right off the bat, I'm very impressed. Most of the knockoff stuff I've seen are fairly cheesy, if you will. The fact that everything is in bags, the fact that the destructions are extremely elaborate. I don't see any problems whatsoever that I'm gonna have with this build. It shows right off the bat. There's a scale thing, which I don't think Lego does that. Of course, I haven't done a lot of the big ones, and it's been a minute since I've done one, so I can't remember if they actually have something like this for scale. But it shows all the pieces and parts as far as what's all in here. Then it also shows bag 1, what it is, bag 2, so on and so forth, all the way up to the 6th bag. And then it immediately goes into what to do. I'm digging this so far. So that being said, I've quickly looked through this. Like even one of the things like here, the side shuttle being in the correct place and that's there, the fact that the engines actually rotate, that's pretty wicked. The fact that it has a little cockpit area. Now, obviously that's not, there's too much stuff inside this ship to actually be able to Lego style it correctly, but the fact that they put an interior with a little table and some stuff on it is kind of cool. So anyway, it also comes with a stand, which is pretty awesome as well. I'm getting more and more excited. I wasn't sure if I was gonna be happy about this or not. Just from the 5 seconds that I've been pulling everything out and looking at this, I'm extremely excited about this. I hope that this turns out what my expectations were low coming into this, because it's not Lego and it's knockoff. So I had low expectations. I didn't spend that much money on this either. This was like $40 or $50, I think. So for a large scale Lego style ship, if this were an official Lego ship, this would probably be $300 maybe more. I don't know. I'll know better once I get it together and I can see the scale of it. Usually by the scale, you can tell, you know, of the large Millennium Falcon, I think it's close to $1,000. They have different sizes of them. But of course, the one that I want is $1,000. I can't afford that. But most of the stuff, like the Slave one and the small, I have the small Razor Crest, not the large one, which I want the large one too, but it's $300 or $400. So I'll be able to tell once this is done. Yeah, if this were Lego, it would be 2, 3, 4, whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna get straight into bag 1 and then just plow through this whole thing, and we'll see at the end of it. Okay, there it is. There's bag 1, all done. As far as not Lego, this went together fairly easily. Some of the pieces are not fitting really tight together. I mean, what I mean by that is, as I have fit them, they tend to come loose on their own, seems like. Like this whole section here, I had all this nice and squeezed down and everything, and just now looking at it, some of the pieces have separated a little bit. So hopefully that's very minimal. I am really digging how this is actually coming together. I love the fact that there's a little armory underneath. You can see all the different angles into it. And the weapons on there, that would be Jane's armory, probably. The cantina or kitchen area, whichever you want to call it. One thing that I did notice, all right, so like these little decals that go on, this one here can kind of see a little bit, it doesn't really fit. This one here, the bottom of this one, I placed it a little low, but it doesn't fit either. Although I did do a much better job on this one. The edges still are hanging over just a little bit, not nearly. This one more was me placing it wrong, I think. But even still, like this one here, there's parts of the decal that are higher than the edge of the plastic, and they're higher than the edge of the plastic on the bottom as well, which means it doesn't fit because it's too big up top and bottom. This one's me placing it wrong. There's bag one. That's a lot of stuff going on there for one bag, so I'm pretty ecstatic and excited about this. I gotta go feed the dogs and all that, and then I'll start bag two when I come back. Okay, so I've run into a problem. I seem to be missing a block. Now, during the speed up, you can probably see I backed off and was out of frame for a minute. I was looking on the floor. I heard something hit the floor. I could have swore, because what I found was one of these little squares, and I heard it hit. Sounded like only a single thing went off, but apparently there's a part, and it's this part right here, that is missing. Now, this is not one of these, because as you can clearly see, there's one of these right here, and it's two different parts. It has an open top to it, and I'm not seeing it anywhere. And unfortunately, I'm thinking that I went back. I've been looking on the floor. I actually got a flashlight, was looking underneath everything, trying to find maybe, you know, something had gone somewhere, but I don't see anything at all. And Boo doesn't see anything else either. He was helping me look. So I'm missing that part. What I'm hoping, I seriously doubt it, because even in Lego, in the Lego builds, pieces like this, you get the exact number. I was hoping I'd be able to use this one, this kind, to replace it or switch it out, but then I'll be missing this piece later on, and I don't think there's usually the excess pieces in all Legos and all everything are these little tiny parts, these singles like this. So this may end up being a problem. Hopefully not. We'll see as we go along, but just if you've noticed in the time lapse, there was some, like, I'm up and out of the chair and back and forth. That's me searching for one piece. And that's almost always how all Lego goes. Searching for one piece to finish a project. So anyway, that's what's kind of going on right now. So I'm gonna keep plowing along, and hopefully this isn't a, oh crap, I can't complete this. We'll find out. If it does, I'm almost positive that my friend who's a chiropractor that I said earlier is the Lego Bin on YouTube. I'm almost positive I can at least get a gray one like this from him and do a switcheroonie and at least be able to finish. So that's where we're at. All right, I'm going back to work. Okay, so good news. Obviously, I don't know if it showed up in the time lapse or not, but I found the part that I was thinking that I had lost. It was this one right here, this flat, to finish this off and make it all look flat. So it was sitting right. I just didn't realize that that's what it was because I had the flat up and not. Anyway, problem averted. It's right there. So we're good to go. No problems. So far, everything it's really starting to look like the Serenity now, especially with all of the front done. So that's bag 2. Moving on to bag 3, which is the bubble, not the engine, the full engine, because there's still some stuff after that. But the main area back here is basically what we're looking at for. Here, I'll just show you instead of sitting here trying to this section here. There we go. All right. Okay, number 3 is done. It's really starting to look like the Serenity now. The next section is bag 4, which that part. One thing I just kind of realized is there was this extra bag of new part used, and it says use these new parts. Unfortunately, I've already gone past that before I realized that I have extra pieces, because I've gone through the rest of the destructions and I'm not seeing where these, I don't see them in the rest of the build. So apparently I've already put them together. Oh well. So anyway, originally I was planning on stopping because it's like 10:30 at night, but I am like really getting into this at this point because I feel like I'm almost done. But I still have, 2 more bags to get through. That last section went extremely fast. This part here, I'm hoping if this one goes just as fast, I'll keep going. If not, then I'll go to bed and finish up tomorrow. So anyway, back at it. I know I just said that I looked through the destructions and didn't see any of these parts. Well, there's 4 of them from the thing. So I opened up the bag that said use these new parts, and there's 6 of these. And I'm trying to see what the difference is, if there is any. So I set these ones, these are the new parts, off to the side, and let's see if there's any kind of difference. Okay, I'm seeing one thing right off the bat. apparently there's a hollow point. Not a hollow point round, but a hollow section. I don't know if that's... This is the original, this is the new. So the original has a hollow section, which I would assume, since it's got a hollow section, makes it a little bit easier to break. So that being the only difference that I'm seeing, because these, everything else looks identical. The only difference is that hole. So we're gonna take those four, kick those off to the side. We'll put these four in their place, and we will use some of the new parts. So I don't remember if I've done those already or not, but it's a good thing I looked when I did. So there we go. All right, back at it. Again, went pretty fast, fairly easily. I'm not too sure as of yet what the end result, if there's supposed to be something going on here, as far as these last little parts go. Some of these, like this, you know, these, it alternates. So like this one here has a two-prong attachment, and then this one that's really loose, and you can see this one's extremely loose. So those only have a single. But I'm not sure if these are supposed to tie together somehow at a next step or something. But right now, that's, you know, that's not good. I don't like that. So we'll see what's going on here. Hopefully, oh, I just hiccuped. Hopefully something will tie that in a little bit better at a later date. But I think that's it for that bag. Pretty sure, yep. All right, bag 5. On to bag 5. Okay, number 5 is done. The engines are now on. For some reason, it's been a minute since I've seen Firefly, the TV series or the movie Serenity, but for some reason I want to say these are a little bit small. And obviously, if this is not a Lego, you know, I've seen some X-Wing stuff, quite a few Star Wars things on the Timu, whatever it's called. There are major modifications because obviously there's copyright infringement stuff if you copy an X-Wing. So like they'll have an X-Wing, but it'll have missiles at the ends of the wings, or there's variants. And this may be the situation, or it's just I have a memory of a potato, which is actually true. But for some reason, I think these, they seem small. Now, one of the cool things that, oh crap, oh no! I just pulled all that apart. Oh, that sucks. Oh, come on. Okay, I gotta be careful about handling this. But anyway, one of the cool things I was starting to say is these actually, so if he's coming in for a landing or taking off or whatever, obviously I'll never play with this. like be sitting here going, "Ooh, pew, 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 pew," like I am right this second. I will never actually do this. Weavers, hurry up, punch it. Yeah, I'll never do that. Anyway, completely forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, anyway, I got stuck into the play moment. So, like I said, bag 5, we're down to the last bag. Now, granted, I know I keep saying bag, and there's multiple bags, but y'all know what I'm talking about, hopefully. So, anyway, it's now currently 1 a.m. Still working. And only have this left to do, which I believe this is the stand. There's a couple of small parts here and a few little things on the bottom, looks like. Obviously the try to pick this up again without breaking anything off of it. The parts down here at the bottom, here, and here, those parts, obviously we'll be doing those ones, and the stand. So, all right, I'm gonna try to blast through this as quickly as I possibly can, because I'm actually starting to get tired. And the thing that really sucks is I'm gonna get sleepy, go lay down in bed. I'm gonna be wide awake, and I'll probably be back over here, and then I'll start to fall asleep and go lay down, be wide awake. That's how my insomnia kicks off. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to this. Okay, so let's see here. So according to this, all right, first off, I don't know if you could tell by the end of the time lapse there, the whole thing fell apart as I was picking it up. The neck came off, a bunch of parts down here came off, 2 parts, which I will find out where these go tomorrow or never. As of right this second, I'm actually extremely tired. It's 2 a.m. now, and I'm finally at the end of my, I want to get this done. So anyway, the kind of cool thing is there's 2 little shuttles, one on each side. So those kind of, you know, that's kind of cool that those would be a part of this. The fact that all the little doors on the bottom side will open up and you can see the interior of the armory is another kind of cool part. Of course, obviously, now that it's completely falling apart as I'm touching it, I will probably put this on a shelf somewhere and never touch it again. And if it does break again, I'm probably gonna super glue it together, which I have no problem super gluing Lego. That's not a, oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't want them to come apart at all. I don't want somebody to, ooh, look at this, and then parts fall off. And then I gotta go search for a manual and try to reconstruct something. Yeah, I hate doing that. So I have absolutely no qualms super gluing something together. If it'll stay together on its own and just sit and be itself, cool beans, but that was the creepiest damn thing. I literally just could have swore there was a face right on the other side of that chair. Whew. Freaking creepy. All right. Time for me to go to bed. And I'm thoroughly creeped out right now. So, swear to God, it was just a face looking over the chair. That just kind of freaked me out a little bit. All right. Awesome. Way to go to go to sleep with that. Yep, awesome. Good night. Okay, so it's I think like noon-ish, Wednesday. I think today is the 29th. I've spent the better part of the morning putting this back together. So what basically happened, this piece right here, which is the back of this piece, which is this one right here, that one came off. On the interior, basically right up that piece right there, that's a flat, that one came off. Both sides here had come off, and when I put them back on, I had them actually too low, so this was like down here, and there's a big gap on both sides. I didn't realize that this actually met up with this piece right here. So in order to put everything back together, I literally had to deconstruct the entire front end of this. I had to take this part off. This part came off. This whole section came off. Everything here and back into that, everything underneath this. There's like a wall right across there. Kind of everything underneath this section. I had to take apart, and basically because I had parts going this way and this way, so I had to deconstruct all that. I've been sitting here for the better part of 2.5 hours getting this thing back together, but I finally got it done, and all the pieces except for the excess little extras, all of them are done, and here it is. Now I really want to kind of show you like the interior. Obviously I could take this piece off and show you, you know, the little area there. That's kind of cool. The other part that's pretty cool, so this is like the shuttle. There's one on each side. So I can't remember her name. Anaya, was it? I can't remember her name. The really hot chick on the series. I can't remember what her character's name was. Anyway, her thing was one of the shuttles. So these actually do, both of these can come off and you know, remove whatever. The door here actually comes down, and you can see the armory inside. Obviously this is not to really good scale, because obviously if you remember on the show, this was the loading dock bay and that was the cargo bay in there. It wasn't an armory. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, because you had the cockpit, then you had the crew quarters, then you had the really big open area with the dining / kitchen area, and there was stuff off each side, and then you kept going back into the engine compartment. So obviously it's not a perfect representation, but for a Lego, I think this thing looks fantastic. I absolutely love how this looks. It turned out fantastic. It was a little bit of a pain in the butt to build, and it's even more of a pain in the butt to handle. So obviously this will go on the shelf and hopefully never be touched again. I seriously, a lot of these parts up through here and down through this neck, this top section, this part's pretty good, but everything up here, barely. I'm gonna end up having to glue all that. I know I am. But other than that, there it is. I'm a leaf on the wind. See me soar. I don't think that's the correct term, but or watch me soar. Anyway, I have the memory of a potato. What do you expect? It's close. Playing horseshoes and hand grenades. I think this looks fantastic. I would love to be able to do a kit bash of this and put a big old cannon right here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Put some red on it. Drape a couple of little minifig skeletons across here somewhere. Oh, that'd be wicked. That'd be so awesome. I'd love to get like a Reaver ship to go with this. That would be really freaking cool. That'd be really cool. But anyway, this one's all done. I'm kind of happy with this. Now, I did look through my stuff this morning. Sorry about the angle. I did look through my stuff this morning. I can't honestly find out how many pieces there are. I watched somebody else's Lego stuff, and I think they broke it down to where, I can't remember who it was. This guy does like, he had like a section of the box, and it said like BU. It turned out to be Buckbeak's thing, but he only had like this little tiny part with the BU and then the first 3 letters or 3 numbers for the model. And he found the part, but in the process of finding it, he actually broke down in the video how many parts for a model equals like 7 to 10 cents a piece. And I was looking through this morning, long story to get to what I'm trying to say. I was trying to find out how many parts this had so I could like calculate at 7 cents and then at 10 cents and see what the range of what this would actually cost if it was a Lego. But I honestly, it doesn't say anywhere on the book, in the instructions. I mean, I could just go through the parts list and add all this up, but I don't have enough fingers and toes to do that, and and I'm all alone at home. I'm unsupervised. So, you know, the fact that the house hasn't burned yet, I'm okay with that, but I'm not going to try to start doing math because my head will explode, and then the house will catch on fire. So that's not going to happen. So from that little bit that I just showed you guys, you can figure it out, do the math. You know, here's another quick look. Here. All right, figure all that out. That's your assignment. You have to look back at I'm only giving you half page. I'm not going to make it easy on you. Get out of here. Anyway, I only got like 2 hours of sleep because after thinking that I saw, so let me replay this because this is what happened last night. And this is way off of what I was, all of this. But anyway, this chair was actually out a little ways, okay? And right in the hollow on the other side, I looked over and I could have swore right there was a face looking at me. Not full on, I'm using not this face either. It was a small face. And actually, from this perspective, that's what it looked like. But over there, that's about the size of what I saw. Wasn't a full size like human person, but it was just like in this profile. Not sideways, not full front, just kind of off this way. Right behind the other side of that chair. That's what I thought I saw. Now, granted, I have my readers on, so it's blurry. And I wasn't sure if that's what I was actually seeing. Plus, I was extremely tired, so I don't know. But the crazy thing is, I ended up staying up till 4 a.m. That was at 2 a.m., I think. And I went out, smoked a cigar, came back in, and then I thought I saw shadows moving the rest of the night. So I didn't sleep for shit. And I probably got, I think I was up at 8. So maybe 4 hours of sleep. Yeah, it was awesome. I think it was closer to 5 when I finally fell asleep. Because I laid in bed and listened to the house and was trying not to freak out. Yeah, it was crazy. A lot of times I think I see things, and I have come to the realization that I use him as my little buddy, he's sleeping. I use him as a gauge. If I think I see something and he reacts, I saw something. Sometimes he reacts. And the one time I actually cleared the house with a shotgun, it was right after we moved in. I thought I heard somebody walking up the stairs, which you can see, that's the basement, the railing to the basement right there. Okay? Yeah, sorry. So there's stairs going down in the basement. I could have swore I heard somebody coming up the stairs and then just walking straight towards the bedroom, which is on the other side of the house. My bedroom. And At first, I thought I was losing my mind. And then my wife was out of town. We had just moved in. I think we were here 3 days, and then she left for a week. And so, new place, new sounds, most of which I'm like, whatever. But when I heard the footsteps on the stairs and then the footsteps coming across the floor, that freaked me out. Because the footsteps on the stairs, it's a carpeted stair, but it made wooden clanking sounds. And I was like, there's no way you can, on a carpeted step, you can't make that sound. And so I just thought I was losing my mind. I was like, okay, I'm overreacting, I'm freaking out. But then Boo started freaking out. Then the dog started freaking out. And every time I thought I heard something, the dog actually was like, what was that? But after clearing the house, continuing to hear it the rest of the night, picked up the dog and the cat and beat feet, went to my mom's house, stayed the night there. Yep. So I've had some stuff happen. Sorry to completely, go on this off tangent crap, but to expand on what happened last night. Last night I think it was just me because Boo and the dogs weren't reacting at all. So that was just me being tired. That's what we'll chalk it up to. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. But anyway, thanks for sitting through all the excess nonsense. But yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day. See ya.